Welcome back to Paris Creations. How you guys doing this morning? In today's video, I'm going to talk about is surgical tech the correct career for you? Let's get into the video. So, surgical tech isn't for everybody. It's a beautiful career, but it isn't really for everybody. You know, one of the major things that I know for a fact that a lot of people may not like about surgical tech is they say it all the time. I don't know if I can deal with blood. If you can't deal with blood, let me tell you, right? It's a bloody job. So if you can't really deal with blood and you feel like you faint or you get squirmed out or anything like that, you know, that may be something that you want to look into before you get into, you know, surgical tech. So I'm telling you right now, it's blood all over your gown, blood over your gloves. Sometimes blood squirt all in your face. That's why we have to wear these protection shields. It's a very bloody job, and it's a requirement. There's no way of getting around, you know, dealing with blood. So, you know, that's, you know, number one. If you can't deal with blood, surgical tech may not be for you. So in fact, I heard about a story recently, right, about this student who, you know, did really well in class. When it came down to clinicals, she got into a case that, you know, got really bloody really quick. She couldn't handle it, and she dropped like a log. She fainted on the floor. All right, and then she quit the program. So guys, before you waste your time, before you waste your money, before you waste your energy, and don't wait till clinicals to figure out, hey, I can't deal with blood, and I have to quit the program. So, you know, evaluate yourself first and figure out, you know, if it's something that you can deal with, because I'm telling you, you know, you're going to deal with blood on a daily basis. So make sure you can handle that situation before you even, you know, think about surgical tech as a career. Another thing I want to talk about is being exposed to diseases. As a medical professional, there's no way for you to pick and choose what patients you get to take or, you know, anything like that. So you may be exposed to, let's just say, a COVID-19 patient. And we all know when you're doing surgery, you're not going to be 6 feet away from that patient. Yeah, we put on N95 mask and try to protect yourself as much as possible, but who knows, right? Another thing is, a lot of times we may have HIV patients. And like I explained in the earlier part of this video, that your gloves is always bloody. You have blood flying all on your face. You got blood on your gown, blood on your gloves. And then we deal with sharp objects. We deal with needles. We deal with blades. We deal with, other sharp instruments. And if you're not being careful, you can be poked. And you may contract some shit, God forbid. So, you know, these are some things that you might want to think about before you become a surgical tech, because then once you a surgical tech, then it's no way around. You can't pick and choose, you know, your patients. So in addition to surgical technology being a bloody, infectious massacre, it's also physically demanding on the body, right? So like I said in previous videos before, surgical tech, man, like, you stand on your feet for hours at a time. Hours and hours at a time. So if you're not physically able to do that, surgical tech may not be for you. Because like I said, some cases, it demands you to be in a case. Maybe sometimes it goes for 6 hours. You may have a surgeon, and I've seen this personally, that really likes how you work. So when somebody comes to relieve you for break, he may say, oh, can you just stay with us until the case is over, and then go to break later? Which means that you may be in that case for 6 hours standing on your feet. And you're just not standing on your feet if you know about surgical technology. You're passing stuff. It's a physical demanding job. You're lifting trays. And at the end of the case, let's not talk about that. If you had like a case in, let's say, orthopedics, right? You may have like about 30 trays that you have to lift with all of those instruments, pack them up, spray them down, and then, push a heavy cart back to the decontam area. It's a very physical job. So if you're not physically able to do, lift heavy things more than 30 pounds, um, surgical tech may not be for you. So in addition to everything that I just said, right, being a surgical tech or working in the OR in general requires you to have a very stable temperament. And that's in my opinion, right? And the reason why I say this, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people don't really like to talk about this uh, topic, but in a lot of facilities, you're gonna run into a lot of interesting people, a lot of interesting attitudes. A lot of times, people are very unfriendly. A lot of the facilities have high turnovers because the OR isn't the easiest place to work in. If you're not a strong-minded person, or like I said, a stable temperament, have like a stable temperament, and able to handle, all these different personalities and all these different attitudes, you may want to quit right away. I've seen it. You have to be a strong individual to be a surgical tech or just to work in the OR in general. So, this is just something that you may want to look into, and do some soul searching and see, if this is for you. So on the flip side of surgical technology, right? On the other side of the coin, just being part of the medical team, saving lives, the feeling that you get from that alone, it pays off. So it's a great feeling knowing that, hey, you guys just helped gave a 86-year-old woman a new hip, and because of the work that you and the team just did, she can now walk properly and not be in pain. So it gives you a great feeling. Also, if you're into technology, being a surgical tech, you're gonna be exposed to some technology that'll blow your mind. You'd see a lot of stuff that you probably would never see as a regular staff, even working in a hospital, because only OR personnel like surgeons, surgical tech, nurses, or radiology is allowed to come into the OR. Regular staff can't really get in there, right? So you would never be able to see certain things if you weren't working in the OR. And the technology, I tell you, blows your mind. If you're, a person that loves technology, surgical tech is a great place for you to work. Also, surgical technology allows you, after getting like a few, maybe 1.5 to 2 years experience, it allows you to be able to become a travel surgical tech, right? And with a travel surgical tech, you can probably travel around the country, see new states, experience new things while making money. And as I was told, I've heard that you can make a lot of money, clear over 100,000, traveling as a surgical tech. So I think that's a pretty good opportunity. A lot of different careers doesn't allow, you to travel around the country and have such a great demand. Like, as a medical professional and especially a surgical technologist, you're in high demand. And making 100,000 while getting to travel around the country, I think that's a pretty fair deal, and that's something that is offered to our profession. Just to wrap it up, I hope I explained to you with the minute information that I have on the subject about surgical technology, and you have a better idea if surgical technology is for you. Hopefully it helped. If you like the video, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you, man, for watching my videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.